हाय, वेलकम बैक। अच्छा, जरा ये बताओ, डू यू ऑल्सो फील कि इस हाईली इंटरकनेक्टेड वर्ल्ड में जहां पर हम बैठे बैठे वी कैन बी अ फ्रेंड टू समवन अक्रॉस बॉर्डर, we can visit to our favorite place and stalk our dearest dog celebrity, of course, if you love dogs, and how it creates a whole new different functional world which is different in choice, culture, language, and taste. Isn't it so amazing but incredibly weird that my song playlist, dramas I prefer, sports I follow, comedian I watch is totally different with little bit similarity to my childhood friend? We were together for years, and yet in this digital space I feel like a stranger to her. She says even we share same bench every day, but I feel like a distant acquaintance to her. And I feel more of a friend to whom I have never met in real life, but had conversation about everything under the sun. That's a terribly dangerous reality when we come to know that how we are playing a role in parallel play. So, parallel play refers to when we are physically present with others, engage in activities alongside one another in same space without directly interacting. It's like a critical survival mechanism and a way to seek connection. We are most digitally interconnected generation but experience highest rate of isolation. Parallel play serves as both a symptom of isolation and a solution to social burnout. Just recently that I started observing this pattern. My friends and me decided to meet in a cute coffee cafe. We reached on time, exchanged our greeting. Then, while sipping coffee, we were literally glued to our screen. And we were all present there, but so absent that we enjoy our coffee while watching someone else on screen instead to look who is still sitting in front of us. We were all guilty of that on that day. Another incident, I went to ask some doubt to my teacher. And it's fine if she can orally do that. Pen and paper is not the very requirement, but at least she could have looked at me because I own this doubt and I asked for the solution. But she was so busy in her phone that she orally solved my doubt. I mean, it's just that she explained my doubt and she thinks I understood, which I didn't. Aren't we too addicted, lost, and busy in our screen? So, this loneliness was driving me insane, and it led me to search about companionship economy. This booming sector is also called as loneliness economy. I feel privileged to be part of this generation because see, we are problematic. So what? We have businesses running on them. It thrives on concept of emotional consumption. It works best for young workers and students who often live far from family, work long hours, and find traditional social ties difficult to maintain. They are willing to pay for reliable, hassle free social interaction. In China, to fight the same issue, they have launched hiking services for companionship. It has a market value at over $7.4 billion as young elderly consumers pay for climbing buddies to combat isolation. In this service, paid trekking partners provide emotional support, carry gears, take photos, and share fun together. Just like you can tap someone to be your friend to accompany to top of the hill and pay for it. Beyond trekking, this trend also include for a company at restaurant, like sharing a hot pot meal, visiting museums, or providing assistance for elderly relatives, navigating through digital public services. Then we have rent a friend service in Europe where users pay an hourly rate to hire friends to accompany them to weddings, family dinners, movies, or simply grab a coffee and listen to them. Another same thing in Japan. I think you would have come across this because it's a famous blog content. We have agencies like Family Romance, where employee actors fill specific gap in clients' life. We can rent a wife, a husband, or take a parent to meet your boss. वैसे इसके वर्जन हमारे स्कूल टाइम से चलते आ रहे हैं. Anyways, or any entire family to simulate a vibrant dinner. One service which I found strange, but it exists. It's called as Osan Rental, which rents middle-aged men who strictly offer life advice and listen without judgment. मैं सच बता रही हूँ, ये हमारी सोसाइटी में ना पहले से ही है. घर के रिश्तेदारों से लेकर गली नुक्कड़ में विद जजमेंट तुम्हारी बात सुन सकते हैं वो, और फिर तुमको एडवाइस भी दे सकते हैं. आई थिंक वी शुड कैपिटलाइज दिस. नहीं तो ये टैलेंट व्यर्थ जा रहा है. देन वी हैव सेम सिचुएशन इन साउथ कोरिया. दे रेंट पार्टनर्स टू अपीयर एट फैमिली इवेंट्स. I mean, see, I don't have any solution to this loneliness, but still, this gap, this voids, fuels an economy just for all of us to think about real life connection. मुझे ऐसा लगता है sometimes the real life connection becomes so monotonous that we know their predictable behavior after sharing our problem. So we tend to seek help somewhere else. And what's better than online? A person who doesn't know anything about you and just a screen in between. And that fear of judgment just vanishes. Such connection often leads to trauma dumping and feels like a real close connection initially. But it is not, of course. कहीं ना कहीं पूरे रिश्ते की नींव ही किसी और चीज पर टिकी है. दैट इट इज वर्चुअल, पर अपनेपन का पूरा एहसास देती है. जैसे ही वो स्क्रीन से बाहर आओ, तब उतना ही खोखला और खाली लगता है जितना स्क्रीन खोलने के पहले था. आई मीन टू चेज connection, we escape real ones, choose virtual as solution, then as soon as phone is off, that feeling of emptiness takes over again. It feels like we live fabricated world. That's why I like the concept of touch the grass, which feels reasonable after spending hours on screen. And most important thing, I think we need to move on from friends who can be described as all my friends are toxic and ambitionless, so rude and always negative. I need new friends, but it's not that easy. Yeah, we need to find new friends. So, this is the end of video. Tell me if you too had such experience of being physically present together with your friends but felt so distant. And what do you think about this booming new economy? अंटिल देन बाय बाय. मैं जा रही हूँ अपने गार्डन के घास उखाड़ने, क्योंकि एक भले मनुष्य की तरह मैंने घर वालों को बता दिया टच द ग्रास कॉन्सेप्ट, और उन्होंने लिटरली लेके मुझे ही ये जिम्मेदारी दे दी कि गार्डन की घास उखाड़ो जाके while staring on their phone screen. So, bye bye. We'll meet in another video.